In June this year, Nigeria recorded one of the biggest monthly revenue distributions in recent memory. The Federation Account Allocation Committee, FAC, shared a total of 1.8 trillion naira. That's money meant for the federal government, the 36 states of the Federation, and the 774 local government areas in the country. So, where did all that money come from? The largest portion, which is over 1 trillion naira, came from statutory revenues, that's taxes, oil royalties, and company profits. Then there's the 631 billion naira that came from VAT, money collected from everyday things like food, fuel, and phone data. Another 29 billion naira came from the electronic money transfer levies. Yes, those little charges you see when you use your bank app to send some money. Add to that exchange rate gains and a 100 billion naira boost from non-mineral income. All that brought the total to 1.818 trillion naira. So, how was all this money shared? Well, the federal government, as usual, got the lion's share with 645 billion naira. The states got 607 billion naira, while the third tier of government, the local government areas, received 444 billion naira. And then the oil-producing states took home 120 billion naira as derivation. It is the kind of money that could transform communities, build roads, power hospitals, fund schools, and pay salaries. So what can 1.8 trillion naira actually do for Nigerians? Well, with that amount of money, Nigeria could build well over 10,000 standard primary schools, fully equipped with classrooms, toilets, desks, and staff quarters. Construct more than 5,000 kilometers of quality rural and urban roads, improving access to markets, hospitals, and schools across the country. Set up at least 1,000 modern, fully functional primary healthcare centers, each with solar power, maternity wards, and trained staff to serve under-resourced communities. It could also clear outstanding pensions owed to retired police officers, civil servants, teachers, and others who dedicated their lives to the service of this country. And yet, still queue for hours with hope, not certainty, of being paid. But here's the big question. Why don't Nigerians feel the impact? Why are classrooms still overcrowded? Why do hospitals lack basic supplies? Why are communities left in darkness? Why is poverty rising while revenue still grows? And with this kind of revenue, why are still the same governments borrowing? Why is the federal government still piling up debt? Why are some states borrowing to pay salaries even with monthly allocations rising? Why are pensioners still begging for their dues? Why are local government areas who just received 444 billion naira still struggling to fix boreholes, grade roads, or even pay primary school teachers the national minimum wage? The answer lies in how the money is spent or not spent. While billions are shared, the system for tracking how the money is used remain weak. Corruption, waste, public priorities often come before public good. Yet, this money, this 1.8 trillion naira, comes from you, from your taxes, from your purchases, from your bank charges, and Nigeria's shared natural resources. So, we as Nigerian citizens must ask questions, demand transparency, insist that budgets must match real needs, and hold leaders accountable from the top in Abuja to the ward level in your local government area. Because if the money keeps flowing but lives don't improve, then something somewhere isn't adding up. This money belongs to you, and you deserve to see the impact.